Coming back to table tennis after a long break sounds really fun, but when you realize how bad you're playing, it's really not. Like it or not, it happens to everyone and it's just part of the game. But luckily I've put together this guide so you can help fight off the symptoms and get rid of the rustiness. So let's talk about what happens when you're rusty. A lot of times you'll lose the touch, you'll lose the accuracy, you won't be able to place the ball where you want it to be. Sometimes you got focus on the ball, you realize you're trying to look at the ball but you just can't seem to track it with your eyes. And then your confidence goes down because you're playing bad and it's not really your fault. Then when your confidence drops, then you stop being as active, so you don't go for as much attacks, you just try and defend, push, block, and it's really just a mess. So in general, it's just a major decrease of skill depending on how long you've been away. And then your perceived skill level goes down so much, then you get mentally affected by it and you start playing horrible and feeling bad about yourself, and yeah, it's kind of annoying. So first, there's a term that I need to get across to you guys, and that's called MEV, minimum effective volume. It's a term used in weightlifting that's used to describe the minimum amount of volume, so sets and reps that you need to do to gain muscle. So for our context, we're just going to use the term in table tennis and swap gaining muscle for improving. So for example, if you're used to playing 3 times a week and you're consistently getting better playing 3 times a week, if you played 4 times a week, you get better faster. If you played 2 times a week, and you'd probably plateau and stay where you are. If you played less than 1 time a week, then you'd probably start losing skill. So for me, I train 6 days a week, and if I don't train 6 days a week, it's hard for me to get better. If I start training less than 3 days a week, then I literally start to lose skill. So the idea is you have to train every single stroke to at least the MEV. Otherwise you're going to stop improving or even lose skill. And now there's a mentality that I want you to adopt after you come back from a break from table tennis. So first of all, don't expect to be as good as you once were. It's just not going to happen. You may fluke a few shots, but you are going to be significantly worse. Especially in the first 15 minutes of warming up, it's going to feel like hell. But the key here is to know this fact and still try your hardest, which is actually really hard on the brain. So why is being demotivated bad? When you're demotivated, you literally stop being active. You stop going for the attacks, you stop pushing and blocking. That's pretty much it. To be honest, it's okay to be demotivated. Like, I would be too. It happens a lot. But the key is to awkwardly force yourself to be active. Even if you know you're gonna miss a ton of shots, you just still have to go for the attacks. It's gonna look bad, but you just have to do it. There's no other way to get back your skill as fast as you want. So your arms, legs, core is gonna be stiff, and it's just gonna feel weird to do anything but pushing and blocking after you've missed the first few shots of the warm-up. But you need to try and be active, right? Just try. If you never go for the shots, it's gonna take a lot longer to get better at them again. So I take the game really seriously, right? And there's a story I want to tell you. One time I hadn't played for 3 weeks. Okay, maybe I played twice in 3 weeks, which is a really, really low amount for me. And I came back looking to train really, really hard one day after a long break, and I just couldn't get anything on. I was missing serves. Literally couldn't even block the ball at this point. I was just feeling so much worse. It's so annoying, but yeah. And then later that night, I literally started to get mad at myself in the shower, start punching the wall, and there's nothing really you can do about it. It's just start training hard again.